hello folks, how's it going? I hope all is well. Tonight we are back with more Valheim, and I'm joined once again by my dad. Say hello.
Hello.
Why can I hear myself in my own... Hold on. That's not right. Why can I hear myself? That's why I can hear myself. Good, I can no longer hear myself. I had my stream playing on my computer and I wasn't trying to have it that way. Okay. So, Stream Manager can... Okay. Anyway. So, we've been gone for about a week. We're back now. Very tired.
Very tired.
Lots of road hours. We didn't really specify what we were up to, but, long road hours. Had to do a little, cross-country travel. And it was, yeah, it was just a lot. How many road hours did you say in total?
It is, I'm sorry, it's 26 road hours one way and 24 road hours on the way back because we took a different route.
Yep.
So, yeah, all that within 1 week, so.
Yeah. It was a lot. And we're used to, long road trips. We're used to it. And this was a lot.
Yeah.
So we're definitely on the tired side. At least I can speak for myself and say I'm definitely on the tired side. I guess I shouldn't speak for you.
No, I'm still tired. I mean, we got in late last night, 11 o'clock, I think, by the time we got everything unloaded. Then, slept in till, 8:30? We're supposed to be up at 7, so...
Oh, no, we're supposed to be up at 8, and we ended up getting up at 8:40.
Yeah, well, okay, so there you go. So, overslept by essentially an hour, and then just kind of been recuperating today, so...
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Yep. It's been, yeah, we'll just say that, yeah. I did a lot of sleeping on this particular trip. It's because it was like on the way back, I think it was, where one of the days that we were traveling, I slept, in the vehicle a lot. And then that night, we got to a hotel at midnight.
So you slept, out of the 12 hours we drove, not yesterday, but the day before. So that was about 12 hours worth, and you slept, 8, 9 hours of it?
No, I wouldn't say that. It's a lot.
7, maybe?
I don't know. I think it was...
It was more than half.
I don't know if it was more than half.
It was more than half.
Well...
Trust me as the one who was awake the entire time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it was more than half, so...
Yeah, and even after that, I slept for another 7.5 hours.
Correct. Yes.
So I was, woof. I was beat.
Lots of poop. Yeah.
Lots of poop.
Well, being pooped.
Okay, you've gotta.
Lots of being pooped.
There you go. Lots of being very tired. I just, man, the exhaustion, and even today, I'm still kind of tired. But I mean, that's to be expected. But just even after I've slept so much, I'm still tired. Goes to show that I guess I'm not as used to it as I thought I was. I thought I was 100% ready to go. Nothing was gonna take me out, and then boom, 5 hours of sleep on the road, 5 or 6. Well, if you're set halfway, then 6, and then 7 hours of sleep after that. And then I actually kind of woke up rested. But this morning I was not rested. This morning we got up and it was I'm thinking I'm going to go back to sleep actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I went right back to sleep until 2 p.m. because I was tired. Traveling cross-country vehicle-wise is it's a lot to ask of your body. You don't really think about it in the moment, but dang, it really is. It's a lot. So, with that being said, today is going to be kind of a chill stream. Obviously, I'm doing a little, you know, we do a little paving. Or try to. Because this is not looking great. It's getting dark. Yeah, we're just gonna be doing chill stuff today, I think is the plan. I don't even know if I want to keep paving. Kind of just want to explore, to be honest.
So go explore. I'm up for anything.
Well, I know you are. So yeah, I'm not gonna be super, I don't know. Unless we get to the stage of fatigue where I start, like, babbling. This is gonna be kind of a nothing burger of a stream, but... yeah. That's just where we are. Much eepy. 1004. Jeez, I forgot we were in the thousands. It's funny, the whole time we were away, I was like, man, I wanna get back to stream. I wanna go, like, do things. I have plans. I'm gonna put these things into action. And then we actually get here and I'm like, oh, I'm tired. To be completely candid, I considered not streaming today, but I wanted to. I was like, you know what? I think actually that would be fun to do. We do a little streaming. Okay, but we're not going to, like, I'm not gonna go to the Mistlands or anything today. Or at least I'm gonna try not to. We're gonna keep it chillish. So where do we go then? Because we do have some landmass to explore. It looks like we were kind of exploring this plains area. Wait a second. I know what's on the other side of that plains area. That's more Mistland. Okay, so maybe not there. It was this that we were exploring. Okay, so maybe not there. But there is this big section here that it looks like I went to. What is this? Is this when I got killed all the way on the North Shore? Yes. This is unfortunate. Yeah, okay, we'll go to unfortunate. We'll hang out for a bit. These are tags. I'm gonna have to mess with those, but not today. That's not today. That's another time. But if I am going to be exploring, I should change into my not hangout clothes, you know? So we'll do that. Do that. Start moving things. We put away. I want that shield back. I made a goof. Okay. I think those are, yeah, swapped, and then this goes over here. I'm actually not gonna fool with the magic right now. I could, but I'm not gonna. We'll put that there for now. And then this can come back over here. Yeah. Slide this here, you go over here, we shift this in this direction, and yay. We are now ready to go. Or we would be if I actually had a portal. Well, now that I'm wearing this gear, it should be okay. It's just, I just don't want to go into the Mistlands right now. I don't know where that other portal is. So where do you go? What are you working on over there? Data entry?
Yeah, I'm just doing some data entry.
Gotcha. Oh, it's Mistlands. We don't want to be here. So what was your favorite part of the trip?
My favorite part of the trip?
Yeah.
Probably the extra day that we had as padding when we were before the return back.
Yeah, the extra day where we got to just sleep.
Yeah, you know, so we,
Well, it wasn't just sleep, but
Correct, but we got to sleep in a little bit and then take a nap later on in the afternoon, and just get some of that extra recoup time, which we haven't quite gotten able to do today. We got some of it today, but in the middle of the trip we had a partial recoup day, which was good. So that was probably my favorite. Plus of course seeing all the people that we saw on the trip. So I had an appointment that I had to be at that was out of state, and on the way we got to reconnect with some family that we haven't seen for about a year, and we got to reconnect with some friends that we haven't seen for about a year. As well as at our final destination, so to speak. Well, at some ominous final destination, but just some of the stops along the way, because they were about halfway there and halfway back, and it was cool.
I don't know if you saw that, but I just sniped a death mosquito out of the sky.
I did. I saw you use your bow on a death mosquito. As I'm over here babbling while trying to not dox myself or you.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was really nice to go see that family, because like Dad said, we haven't gotten to see them in over a year.
Yeah.
So it was
some of them it's
been like 6 months.
Yeah, some of it's been 6 months. Some of it's been over a year. Yeah.
It was a really great thing to actually go do that.
Well, and actually being able to physically just go that distance. While it's a marathon, it's reassuring.
That we've still got it.
Yeah, because we used to make this trip a couple times a year. At least twice a year.
It was only once a year.
Well, no, it was twice a year until you were about 3.
Okay, yeah, because it was summer and then
because
Christmas.
we'd travel across the country for Christmas and for 4th of July, essentially. It was summer break from school, we used to do it twice a year until we started having to deal with icy road conditions around Christmas time. It's like it's just becoming too much of a hassle, and we got stranded one year. And had to get a hotel room because they shut down the interstates, and that was fun. Just an added expense to go rent a hotel room, and we were fortunate to get the hotel room because it was like one of the last that they had. And then the next day, we went and got to get back to our vehicle and get in the vehicle. Get on the road, and less than half an hour behind us, they shut the interstates down behind us. So
Whoa.
If we would not have been one of the first ones to be brought out to get in our vehicles, if we would have missed that initial loading of batch of people, we would have been stuck for who knows how long. But we were part of the only group that got out of there that day. So fun stuff. And then of course several hours down the road, and we were since we were heading south, several hours down the road, and we were completely clear of the weather pattern. But it was good times.
Yeah, you said we were really little back then.
Yeah, like I said, you were about 3.
Jeez.
Yeah. So we actually went off in the ditch. It was Christmas time, right after Christmas, and it hit some black ice, and that's why they shut the interstates down, was the black ice. And you and your sisters all went wee
as we went spinning out.
Do it again as we were going 60 miles an hour doing donuts, and then back. We went backwards into the ditch, and fortunately, nobody was hurt. And I was just driving too fast for the road conditions, as were a bunch of other people, because we weren't the only ones. So we went in the ditch, and like I said, they shut everything down. You girls thought it was the greatest thing ever, and then we got a hotel room, which you thought was the greatest thing ever.
Oh yeah.
And Yeah, you know, we're in the hotel. Hey, look, we get to watch all these channels on TV that we don't have at home. You know, all that kind of stuff. So,
Right.
because we didn't have cable TV, we just had broadcast TV, and the room came with cable. So yeah, you girls were like cartoons 24 hours a day. This is the greatest thing ever. Yeah, I mean, just what a wonderful Christmas. Yeah. Meanwhile, your mother and I were like, crap. What are we going to do? How are we going to pay for this and everything else? So, yeah.
The blissful ignorance of childhood.
Yep. But yeah, you know, the best part was you girls sitting there going, wee!
But
Do
it was
it again, Dad. So it's like everybody else was going, weren't you guys scared? And you're like, no, we were having fun. That was fun.
That's funny.
Yep.
I gotta go back through the portal. Okay, I can pick that up. Actually, yes, go through the portal, but it looks like I can do some chopping first. Get some of that yeeg wood.
I have successfully figured out how to do the thing. So,
Yay! Big W for the thing.
big W for the thing.
Yeah, because going back a little bit, we got to see my sisters,
Yep.
and that was really cool. We got to give them some stuff. It wasn't Christmas stuff. It was really more things that we've accumulated that, well, I should say, things that were given to me that I couldn't use, but I figured they could use.
Yep.
So I just,
It was some clothes and stuff
clothes,
like that. I mean,
yeah.
it's not a big deal.
yeah, it's like,
Clothes and odds and ends.
I don't want them to think that was for Christmas, because I do have Christmas gifts in mind, and those weren't it.
Right. Yeah, no, it's just you're sharing. Somebody shared with you, and you're sharing with them.
Right.
What have you?
That kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay, I wasn't able to pick up the Yggdrasil wood, so I don't have to worry about accidentally throwing it in here. I don't know if it would let me. It'd probably let me. I wouldn't want to, though. But yeah, there was that, and we got to see some old co-workers, and they were definitely happy to see us.
Yep. Some old co-workers and some friends, and
Yeah. It was a good time all around. And we definitely miss him. Can't wait to go see him again. But that'll be one day in the future. Let's see. This goes here. I have to remind myself where everything is now. It's been a week.
so if you've forgotten how to play the game, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, how do I run?
That's right. You're so full of it.
What's the attack button?
You're so full of it.
This is just a farming simulator, right? Whoops, that's the wrong button. That wasn't actually, like, I wasn't even joking about that one. That was an accident. Okay, it's the right one. That's right. Yeah, definitely not in a state where I could fight the queen right now.
Aww.
I could try, you know, it just probably wouldn't go well, if I had to guess. I think I would spend the rest of the stream trying to get my stuff back. I think that's what would happen. Oh hey, it stopped raining.
In a very frustrated manner.
Yeah, it would kind of ruin the vibe, I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
But that's part of why we're not doing it. At least not today. Are there any more? Oh yeah, there's a lot in here. Okay. I was kind of behind on my smelting here. Oh yeah, we were talking as well about how typically we get snow for like winter, but there's been no snow. And we were talking last night about how Dad especially feels cheated about it.
Yep.
If it's gonna be cold, it might as well be pretty.
Yep.
And it's not pretty. It's this one, right? I think so. I have already forgotten. And it wasn't this one. As tiring as it is, though, being on the road is nice. But I am also speaking as someone who has not had to drive it. Just getting to see all the scenery. Especially, like, at the beginning of the trip, it's like, oh, man, I get to look around and see all these things, and, oh, look at all this wonderful scenery. But by the end, it's like sitting there staring at your phone. It's like, alright, kind of over it.
Yeah, there's a honeymoon period. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. Ah! I meant to destroy that portal, not walk through it.
Yeah, where as the primary driver, I'm going traffic, traffic, traffic.
Yelling about traffic.
Yep. Oh, okay, yeah, that's kind of a cool thing. Okay, traffic. Yep.
We got to pass Metropolis. The real life Metropolis. That's all I'll say. We got to see Superman.
From afar.
From afar. I don't think we even actually got to see him. We just knew that he was there.
We got to see his picture. We got to see his picture, but we didn't get to see. No. Yeah.
Right. I suppose that's something I have to be careful about running around in the Mistlands is, could be a yawl. Well, I've kind of, like, poked it a little bit. There we go. We'll run along the side. Something like that, you know? But yeah, there, a lot of the, like, tourist traps we don't really do.
No, that is not that's not a big deal for me. I actually kind of actively avoid them if I can.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, because of the traffic?
That too, yeah. Just some of the shenanigans and the agans that happen in those areas, I'm not a big fan of. And then, you know, you tend to pay higher prices when you go there and you got to get gas or
right.
You know,
we're gonna
all that
charge
kind of
you.
stuff.
Everywhere
there's
else charges
markups.
$3 for gas. We're gonna charge you $5 because we're the
Yes.
only gas station in the area. Ow!
Because we can, you know, all that kind of stuff.
We did run into a place like that where they were charging more for gas because no one else was around.
Yeah, it was almost 50 cents more a gallon because there wasn't another gas station for 30 miles. So, like, we're just going to add 50 cents a gallon.
Ugh, and it sucked too because this gas station was horrible.
Oh, yeah, the bathrooms were nasty.
Oh, hi! Woo!
The bathrooms were nasty. Their prices were too high. Just.
Guess who wasn't paying attention? It was me.
No, but actually, the Furlings or Fullings.
Feelings. They
Were
kind of helped too.
fighting him as well. But yeah, I mean, it was just everything was overpriced, and they didn't maintain anything. It's like they had what 10 gas pumps, and 6 of them were not working. And then of the ones that were working, only 3 of the chip readers were working. That was the other issue.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to physically go in and hand them cash because they couldn't run the card on the inside. I mean, it's just all sorts of stupid stuff.
I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah,
Jeez.
it was that bad. So yeah, I was not happy. And this was one of those, you know, touristy type
Was it really?
places. Yeah,
I was near it.
yeah. It just had the big brown, you know, attraction sign. Was right there by it. So I didn't pay attention to what the attraction of the area was.
Just that there was one.
Just that there was one, and that this was like the only gas station in 30 miles. And like, it sucked.
Yeah.
It sucked very much bad.
Walking into the bathroom as well, there were 3 stalls. One of them was out of order. The other one had no toilet paper, so there was one active stall. So I walked in, and by this point, I'm already kind of like dancing. You know, I really gotta go.
Eyeballs floating.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I really have to go. and then, you know, find out there's only one stall, and there's someone in there, and another person is waiting. It's like, oh no. So then I tried to go find the clerk for the, you know, for the convenience store side. Just to tell them, hey, you know, one of your stalls is out of toilet paper. And the other one, well, they already know the other one wasn't working. They were the one that put up the out of order sign, right? But I went up to find the cashier is what I was trying to say, not clerk. I was trying to find the cashier, and there was a line of people also waiting for the cashier because no one was standing at the desk.
Yeah, so while I was outside with the gas pump stuff going on, you were inside dealing with the
bathroom situation. Hey, Ron. A slubula. So real and true. Thank you for the hydration and posture checks. We are wiped, so it's only going to be a half stream today. What is halfway through stream?
10:30?
No, well, we go to 11:30, so it would actually be like 10. Yeah. Could have been out there getting that paper. This is true, but I didn't know where they stocked their toilet paper. Actually, there was a maintenance guy that kept trying to go into the bathroom, but he had to keep leaving because there were people there. So he would knock on the door, you know, open the door, see people were in there, and then leave again. And so one time that he did it, I stopped him. I'm like, hey, do you have toilet paper? And he's like, I can go get it. I was like, yes, please do that. So then he finally comes back around with the toilet paper, and there was another lady in there, and I think she was actually the manager. At least the way what I described her, and then Dad was like, that sounded like the manager, actually. It sounds like the lady I ran into. So she was kind of just standing around in the bathroom, but I think she did need to use it, though. Because it's like she put the toilet paper in the stall and then went into the stall, and I was like, oh, okay. So I still kind of had to wait. But, yeah, it was a fun time, that little rest stop. Not even a rest stop, it was a gas station. No, a rest stop would have been better. We did run into one of the rest stops we were at had like this, bus full of kids.
Yeah, it was a Little League football team. And so they had multiple bus loads of kids.
And they were coming back from this tournament, and oh man, there were kids running all over the place. The adults were not doing a good job wrangling them. They just, they would say something to them, like, hey, you know, don't go running off, but they wouldn't go catch them when they would run off. It was just, hey, don't do that. Oh, you're doing it anyway. Whatever. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So then, at one point, I was trying to leave, the building, but the kids were all crowded around the door and pretty much wouldn't let anyone pass. They were all just standing around, and so I just walked out the back door and walked around to the front. It's like, jeez. Like I said, the adults were not doing anything. They were just being like, you know the Willy Wonka thing of, wait, no, stop, don't do that. While not lifting a finger to, actually stop what's going on. That's what they were doing. It was, okay, I guess I'll take matters into my own hands and just walk around. So, it was nighttime, walking around, the unlit backside of the building going, boy, I sure hope nobody shows up. No one was there. But, yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
It was like, and I guess you overheard you were the one that told me.
I talked to one of the guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah, I did, and I said, you know, somebody's got their hands full, and he was part of the group, and he was like, oh yeah, and then he explained what the situation was, and I'm like, well, you know, cool for the kids, but, and then I just, you know, kind of let it go. I was like, oh, cool, and then walked away.
And meanwhile, I'm over here, they're crowding in front of the door, I can't leave. I will simply walk around. It was nighttime, you know. I was like, I'm tired, I don't want to talk to anyone. But I just, you know me, I don't like to talk to people anyways if I don't know them.
Yep.
That's just one of my weird hang-ups. Never kind of got over that whole talking to strangers thing.
Well, I've had to do so much customer service in my life over you know, the various duties, whether it be with the school or
Right.
job or so on and so forth. You kind of
See,
you get kind of used to that.
here's the thing, though. I've worked concessions before. I've worked the front window and had to talk to people.
I
I've had to do that before. And I used to be a cashier myself. I'm still not over it.
That sounds like a you problem.
Exactly what I'm saying. That's one of my hang-ups that I still haven't gotten over it. I don't know what to say, man. I've had practice, but it's still not a thing for me. Oh, I guess I should remove this. There's no portal there anymore. Guess one could say that I am a socially anxious individual.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Jotun skeleton.
That's handy.
Yes, but is there a skull to go with
yeah,
it?
I was
Because
gonna say,
it's
is
kind
there
of
some
looking
soft tissue there?
it's kind of looking like not.
Oh, that's annoying.
Oh, I thought I saw you. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and mark this. No. And a root convergence, indeed. I don't know, is this the bottom side? I thought this was the top side. Just straight up no skull. Unless it's in the rock.
Guess somebody just lost their head.
Aha!
Okay.
You are a riot, Hobbs. Yeah, it's not looking like there's anything here. Well, worth a shot. Unless he's, like, in here. No, he wouldn't be. It just didn't spawn with one. Skeleton. There we go. We will simply move on then. How tragic. Alright, I guess we're rolling along here. We got some water. More whoa, hey, what's over here? Blood clots. Uh-oh. Gonna do this real quick. Oh, hi! Oh! Hey, buddy! Hey, pal! How's it going? Whoa! Okay, it was a good thing I did that.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all? Woo! Do all humans look like you? You're so... Never mind. Norseman, hello. Sorry to butt in on your fight, but, glad you're still alive. Took some
Well.
hits.
In a manner of speaking.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because, yeah. The nature of being here in Valheim means that you're probably dead.
Uh-huh.
But at least they didn't have to die again.
Uh-huh.
Hello, Seeker! Hello, second Seeker. If you could please land so I could hit you, I would really appreciate that. Quit that. Thank you. Oh, there's locks over there. I'll have to remember that. I don't know, were you guys just vibing over here, or were you hanging out around something? Not really seeing anything. Okay. You know, it's kind of dangerous for me to be in the Mistlands. Being in the fatigued state that I am.
It's
Hey,
actually kind of amusing because then you freak out a little bit more.
you're amused by that, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
I see. So you derive enjoyment from my my fear.
Maybe a little, yeah.
Caught live on stream, folks. Thinks it's funny when I suffer.
Yep.
Wow, there's a lot over there. There's a swamp right in the middle of the Mistlands. I'm gonna check it out once this is all loaded up. There we go. Alright, what's here? There's a lot of things in the water. Probably shouldn't. Something's thudding over here. There's a lot of leeches. Or is it just you guys doing all the thudding? No, come here, come here. There's 4 leeches. Jeez, that's a lot. Huh. Well. Nice to run into you. More leeches. A lot of leeches. Now we got leech trophy. What are you doing? Oh. Okay. Don't make it weird. He's pouring coffee.
Oh.
Don't say that. Quit it.
It smells delicious.
Yeah, good for you. You don't, I know what joke you were making. I really had to go. Hello, another leech.
It's tasty.
Oh, he's slurping his drink.
Yep.
His ill-gotten drink. Yo, there's skeletons.
It's so hot.
It was in a thermos. This is true. Thermoses keep liquids hot or cold, depending on the state that they are in when they are put into the thermos.
Mm-hmm. And it is hot coffee. The way that it should be.
Yep, the thermos really put in the work.
Thermos did put in the work on this one. It's been in there for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't pick up the yotes. Hold on. I'll come back for the yotes.
Yeah, and that's why when we stopped off and I got my I grabbed some of my stuff from the house. I made sure I grabbed the insulated thermoses. Thermosi.
Thermosi.
The multiple thermoses that I have.
Yeah, I almost grabbed my water bottle. Bit of an amateur Foley artist, huh?
Yeah, just call me Axel. Sorry, movie reference. Moving on.
Okay, I was gonna
Axel
be like,
Foley is the main character played by Eddie Murphy in Beverly Hills Cop.
oh, well, fun fact.
There you go.
Ah,
I'm not going to go into very many more references there because they're not going to be family friendly.
is that movie not family friendly?
It's rated R for a reason.
Rated R for reason.
Yep.
Yeah. You have to reason a lot in here, so it's rated R. That's the best joke you're gonna get from me tonight, I think.
As opposed to, I completed the first half of my music conversion, and of course shared it with Streamer here. So she has a copy of all the music that I've digitized so far, and was informing her, reminding her of the broad variety of music that I listen to and have acquired over the years, and that if she listens to it on shuffle, she's definitely going to be shuffled. And she cracked up by my word choice there. So.
And I got shuffled
Yep,
today.
You will be shuffled.
Let me see. Let me see. Because I have it on shuffle right now. I'm not going to turn it on because I don't want to get
Right. Well, yeah.
content ID.
You can just say the names without. Yeah.
Yeah, so we started out with Still Got the Blues by Gary Moore.
Okay, so that's it's blues.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Stars Tonight with Lady Antebellum.
Right, which is country.
Yeah. Master of Puppets by Metallica.
Hard rock.
Which actually I wasn't a fan of. I didn't like that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Mistopheles
That's from Cats.
From Cats. Summer Side of Life by George Lightfoot.
Gordon Lightfoot. So that's folk
sorry.
music. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we got Colors by Crossfade. Bad Attitude Shuffle.
Which is metal, by
Yeah.
the way. Cinderella is hard rock from the 80s.
And then we got Rolly by G Idol.
Oh yeah, K-pop. Yep.
Yeah, so we're
And it looks like you've got Willie Nelson next, so that's
Country?
outlaw country.
outlaw country.
Yeah, it's what they consider outlaw country. Yeah.
What's the distinction?
Typically, it's because they talk about substance use and committing crimes, so they call it outlaw country.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Pretty straightforward, I guess.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Yeah, it's breaking the law.
Breaking the law. Huh. Well, I haven't listened to it yet. It's just like it's next in
Well,
the
the
queue.
specific one is Georgia on My Mind, which is not. I mean, that's just straight up a country song. It's not
Oh,
what have you.
well then, we're not breaking laws in Georgia unless you speed.
Or as we found out, no, that was Tennessee. That was Tennessee.
Oh yeah, that was Tennessee.
We overheard an interesting conversation we stopped in Tennessee at a hotel. We spent the night at the hotel there.
We could not go any further.
Could not drive any further, and so we're getting ready to check out the next morning, and
I got a waffle.
and during breakfast, the manager was on the phone with a very, very disgruntled person who had recently left the hotel and was disputing a charge to their room because they were smoking a tobacco alternative in a public space, blowing smoke into a very, very public space. And apparently some words were exchanged and what have you. But in Tennessee, the alternative is not legal, regardless of where this person was from. And so they were charged a smoking fee. They were because they were smoking on the premises. One, in an area that was marked no smoking. Two, they were blowing the smoke into the lobby with people's families and stuff in the lobby, just behaving poorly. So that was an interesting conversation to overhear. Saying, hey, we could have called the law on you, but instead we're just
Charging you the $250 fee.
smoking fee. Regardless of the legality of it, whether they should or should not have done that, it was just, a couple of people that were behaving in not so nice manner.
Yeah.
First thing in the morning.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there with my waffle.
Yeah, I just want to eat my waffle, man.
So we're sitting. I don't know what you were doing, but I know I was sitting at that table.
I was drinking the instant orange juice and the instant apple juice. If you've ever been to the the motels that have the continental breakfast, what have you, and their juice is not in a carafe, it comes from a little vending machine.
That's not.
Well,
a vending machine.
it's a little drink machine, right? So
Yeah.
they dump in a powder mix. So it's like, here's your apple juice powder mix, and here's your orange juice powder mix. And they still call it juice, even though it is not juice. And you could tell that it is just a really cheap powder mix. But it's like, hey, I had, 2 cups of coffee, and I had a thing of the apple mix, and I had a thing of the orange mix.
And plus, it's free with the room.
Yeah,
so you can't
that's
complain
it's
too
part of
much,
the breakfast,
but
yeah. They could have spent the extra 50 cents and given you a real juice, but
I will.
Yep. But we could have left and gone across the parking lot to a Waffle House. I mean, it was literally
right there.
the parking lots were touching. So yeah, I went for the free breakfast and I got what I paid for. So there you go.
Yeah.
But at least the waffle looked good.
Yeah, and I'm not typically a breakfast eater. It's not to say I'm not a breakfast truther. I know it's important. I just don't partake.
Yeah, you don't eat first thing in the morning, and I generally don't either. But I drink beverages all day long, coffee specifically.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as solid food, no, not first thing in the morning. It's a little harsh.
Yeah, for me, it's just sweet stuff in the morning.
Yeah.
Waffles aren't so bad because you have to sweet them. They start out kind of sweet-ish, but it's not like, hey, let's have, like I can handle, like, Powerade and Gatorade, that kind of thing. But, in particular, like, a specific example, like canned peaches. That level of sweet I cannot handle in the morning. It just makes my stomach do tumbles in a bad way. But yeah, I grabbed that waffle and it was one of those things where you made your own and it's like, whoa, I can make my own.
Right.
Hey Dad, I know we don't typically do the whole free breakfast thing, but can I make a waffle?
I really want the waffle. All right, fine. And then we got some entertainment with our meals. So,
Yeah, breakfast and a show.
Yeah.
It's like, well, and checkout was really early too. I mean, typically they do like 11 a.m. kind of checkout deal, but this one was 9.
Yep.
This was 9
They
a.m.
wanted you on by 9, yeah.
I was like, dang, okay.
But that was probably just this specific place.
Yeah. Oh, we've got more planes on this side. But yeah, so that was fun. It's nice to... The beds are comfy. Even though you might not be able to confirm the not with the cleanliness.
I can't say one way or the other. What I know for sure is we were exhausted.
That's true.
And we both just kind of put our heads down and then woke up in the morning and went, I'm gonna add 10 more minutes to the alarm. We did that twice.
Yeah, it was like 7:15 and then 7:30 and then it was 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah, but we had planned for that, so we knew we had to be out of there like I said by 9, and so it was knowing that we're going to be really tired, knowing that we're going to want to hit snooze a couple of times. Let's just start the routine at 7 or 7:30.
Yeah, pre-wake yourself up before
Right.
you have to actually be awake.
Right. So we weren't doing the flight of the bumblebee. We had packed everything we could the night before and all that kind of stuff. So it's finally pretty much just to get up and go. Yeah, fun.
Hello, Draugr. Ominously shambling towards me in the distance. I like the word shamble. That's a fun word. Shamble. The imagery is maybe not so pleasant, but the word is fun. Shamble. I'm gonna get rid of the rest of this kind of dark cloud over here. Ooh, the tide's low. Hi, Fueling. Well, there's a tiny patch of, there's a tiny patch of plains right here at the edge of the swamp. So looking around at all these blood bags, this Fueling has been busy. So yeah, I would say outside of getting to see our family and friends, the travel itself is really nice. I'm a big sucker for traveling. But it wasn't like we had things to do, which is why we were traveling in the first place. This wasn't a vacation leisure situation.
Correct. Yeah, I had a medical appointment that I had to be at.
Yep.
We had to travel for this particular one to meet this specialist, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was good.
Yep, I'm just, enjoying it while we're there, You guys are just chilling all the way out here, huh? Hello. Well, I expect you to be chilling all the way out here. You're aquatic, but those guys, I wasn't expecting them. Yes, give me the blood bags. I'll take them all. So yeah, least favorite thing about traveling though is when we have to go around big cities.
And traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to drive more aggressive when you're near a big city, just because everyone in the city drives aggressively, so you have to match the vibe. Come here. Come here. So yeah, people changing lanes without, indicating that they're going to change lanes. Gotta watch out for them. You have to, what is it? You have to drive for everyone there.
Yeah, so as my grandfather used to say, you have to drive their car just like you're driving your car. So you have to anticipate their driving behavior.
Yeah.
And act accordingly.
Which can get a little hairy. Just the nature of it. Especially in a city, it can definitely get hairy.
Yep.
That was a 1-star. And I can't pick up any of his cash. My pockets are full. I can't grab his wallet.
Oh, dude.
I know. I'll have to make a portal back, which it's dark anyway. It's probably a good thing for me to be going back anyway, but I'll do that.
However, on this trip, we did find a new brand of ginger beer. I know this is really important to everybody, super important to everybody. But it's available nationwide at a cheaper price than my favorite brand, but it's also not quite as good as my favorite brand. But that's okay. Oh, you're wanting the other birch beer?
Well, you mentioned it earlier, and then you didn't grab it. So I was like,
yeah, well, it's because it has not been chilled. It's room temperature, which is not ideal, but I might be able to reach it from here in just a second.
The soda elitist over here.
Soda elitist. Yeah. But yeah, so I found a new brand of ginger beer, which is cool for me, because my previous supplier was a seasonal candy shop, and they have now closed down for the season. So it's okay. What am I going to do for the next several months if they're closed? And trying to get it online has proven challenging, just because I've had it shipped in before, and people just don't package glass bottles very well. And so when you buy a 12-pack and only 10 of them show up, because the other 2 have exploded into 1,000 pieces in the can, in the box, it's not so great. Did you open it?
No, it's tight on there, and it's a
little frustrating when you're losing part of your shipment. Now, granted, you filed a claim and you get some of the money back, what have you, but it's not the point. If you order 12, you want 12. You don't want 10, you want 12. So, but yeah, so I was very, very happy.
Is that one just on really tight? The other one?
No,
you got it?
I'm still drinking coffee.
I was gonna. All right.
Okay, so clinking
a
coffee to it.
It's not a styrofoam cup, but it's not.
It's the paper, the pressed paper, whatever it is.
Yeah. Cup to bottle, though.
Yep. So clonking, clink-clunk, whatever.
Clonking?
Yeah, clink and clunk.
Clonking?
What have you? See, I guess I'm not a very good Foley artist at all.
Clonk.
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 But so
Add
anyway.
that word to the dictionary, Webster.
So anyway.
Yeah. I've been talking about being tired and whatnot, but I still feel like this is par for like the normal the normal jokes we make.
Well, but yeah, so my humor is pretty much unchanged because I'm used to operating this way, kind of being in a level of fatigue. Because I'm old. But
I wasn't gonna say that.
but
we
you
were
on
all
the other
thinking
hand,
it.
yeah, you were thinking it. You on the other hand, you're a little more babbly than normal. But
Well,
as long as I'm quiet, you're a little more babbly tonight. But
it
now that I'm talking, you're normal.
it helps to be tired sometimes, especially if I need to talk a lot. Then I wouldn't say that the filter is gone, but it's more that my mind wanders more and I feel more inclined to talk about things. But it's I guess that is kind of a filter situation. But it's not like I'm divulging things about my personal
No.
life.
No, you're babbling.
Yeah.
You're talking about random things much more freely.
Yeah.
So it's not the subject matter per se as much as the quantity that's being said.
One could argue the quality as well. One could argue. But yeah, that's it's an upside to being tired while streaming, is that, stream of consciousness speaking.
Sure.
Picking up what I'm putting down, you smelling what I'm stepping in. Alright, cool. So we have not much more to go. But I have a lot of black metal that needs to be brought back to the house. So we can do that real quick. But yeah, it's gonna take some time to... What is it called? I guess it's just like travel fatigue. I mean, if we were flying, it would be jet lag. Right?
Yep.
So it wouldn't be car lag. Car lag. Oh man, I'm tired after driving so much. I'm just feeling car lag right now.
Something like that.
This would be funnier if I was still playing Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit. But yeah, I would say that there's a benefit to streaming tired, is that more stream of consciousness babbling, so there's less,
Dead space for there.
yeah. But the quality of what's being talked about suffers, I would argue.
I don't know. Sometimes you misspeak and it turns into a big joke, and just lots of laughter is generated because of misspeaking. And it doesn't have to be something that's embarrassing. It's just, I didn't mean to say it that way, and blah, 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 and it just, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, what was part of the conversation we had on the road on the way down? Something about, it was something about dogs and something about cats. Letting sleeping dogs lie or not cats, but horses.
No, okay, so that wasn't a misspeak. That was a post that I found on Tumblr where...
Okay, right, but it's still the subject matter. So, if you can remember what it was.
It was, this, first grade teacher gave their students a bunch of, well-known sayings. And the half of well-known sayings, and then the kids were...
No, that's not what I'm talking about. Where they filled in the rest of the saying.
Yes.
No, that's the one we had on the way back up. On the way down, we were talking about letting sleeping dogs lie. Versus looking a gift horse in the mouth or something like that.
Oh, okay. It's a horse in this race, a dog in this fight.
Right.
Yeah. The funny thing, it's I had just read a post about someone saying something like that. where it was another Tumblr post where it was like, you know, most people say something like, I don't have a horse in this race. I don't have a dog in this fight. And it's like, you could also say, I don't have a dog in this race, which, you know, I mean, the dog races exist, so it would still make sense. But saying, I don't have a horse in this fight.
Right. But see, and so my point was that having comments like that, I don't have a horse in this fight because you accidentally mix two adages together, tends to happen because you're tired. And
right.
It's a source of humor without it being necessarily embarrassing.
Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't me messing it up, though. That was me quoting a text post to you.
Yes. I understand that, but I was trying to use that as an example.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I don't have a horse in this fight.
Yeah, because I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, it cracked you up.
Yeah.
It is pretty funny. Yeah, I get... There are several, like roll the tape, right? There are so many examples of me messing up phrases. Ow! Excuse you. Ow! Okay. Take your time getting back, I guess, but, like... Now there's a feeling down there with a torch. I can tell, because I can see him from here. What are you doing? Dying is what you're doing. Wow. Now I need the map. Okay. Well, we got more ancient root. This is a very flat land here. This is some flat mistland here. Wish more of it was flat. I get why it's not, but I like when I can easily traverse places. Oh, hi tick. Double tick. Hello. Triple tick. Oh, whoa, whoa. That's a lot of ticks. Alright, nope. Yeah, I need you off me. Ow. That's it. Hello. We got two fellas. How's it going, fellas? Wow, it's a 1-star rogue.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, he's a... Okay, so now this one actually, this Jotun skeleton actually has a skull. He's just kind of stuck in the rock. I'm gonna go dig him out of the rock. It's gonna be the thing to do for the day. So we can stick this here. At first I thought it was two skeletons, but it was just part of his head. Works for me though. We just gotta get in there. This may hurt a little. We're gonna get some stone from this, at least. Ah. Yep. Oh, we got soft tissue, ladies and gentlemen. Eepy! It's brain surgery. That's what we're doing here. But because we're having to cut through so much material, it's taking a long time. Plus, petrified bone in general just takes a long time to cut through.
It do. because I joke around about your babbling. I talk quite a bit.
Oh, yeah? I didn't know that about you.
Yeah. At least on here.
This is completely new to me.
That's part of why you've invited me on, though.
Yes, yes. It is. Plus, it's good to have someone to physically talk to. So it was being facetious when I said I didn't know this about you.
I know.
Yes, with the right topic, you can get chatty. Just gotta bring up the right topic.
Especially if I start talking about ginger beer.
Oh. What are your favorite qualities of ginger beer?
Ginger flavor and level of spice and level of sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because some of them are tend to be more of a ginger ale, which tends to be a sweeter thing. For me, it's not so strong on the ginger flavor. It's more of a sugared drink. So it's a sweeter flavor.
Yeah.
And ginger beer, on the other hand, tends to be obviously the opposite. Not as sweet, stronger ginger flavor, which brings actually a spice to it. So yeah,
Cute.
depending on my mood, I will go for a spicy ginger beer, or I'll go for a medium level ginger beer, or I'll go for a sweet ginger beer, or ginger ale, I guess you would say. And then, of course, you've got your goldens and your dries and blah, blah, blah. There's all sorts of classifications to it, what have you. But mine tends to be just level of heat that I'm looking for. That's my primary.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like ginger ale all that much. I tend to like the sweeter sodas, but I like ginger beer more than I like ginger ale. So that's I don't know, I guess if I'm going for like a sweet drink, I like birch beer the most. I mean, like...
Okay, birch beer, sarsaparilla, kind of.
Yeah. And even over like root beer, I take birch beer. I don't know if I would call it my favorite, just because there are a few sodas that I like, and I would really need to think about it before I call a favorite. But I do really like birch beer. But like I said, even though ginger ale is sweeter than ginger beer, I don't actually prefer ginger ale. That's really, that's my thing, Okay, so we have a Skelly trophy. Oh, speaking of, like, ranking favorites, I say that I have an eclectic taste in music, which I do. But there are some genres that I really haven't given much of a chance, and blues is one of them. It's not that I've been like, ugh, I don't like blues in the past, and then, I'm like changing from there. No, I've always been like a neutral to blues, I guess. Mm-hmm. It's just not something that I've really pursued. But that song that I was talking about in the beginning, Still Got the Blues,
Yep.
I like that song. I wasn't expecting to like it. Not that like I said, I'm neutral on blues. I used to hate country. I used to be like, ugh, country is just, ugh, I don't like it. But now I'm coming around to it. But blues was just one that I didn't really give a chance. But I'm discovering a long roundabout way of saying that I'm getting around to actually giving blues a chance, and I'm finding that I like it.
Cool. Well, I'm glad the experiment, per se, of me sharing my music collection with you is been a positive experience.
Yeah. Yeah, there was this one lady. What was she singing? I ended up saving it onto my, like, listen to later playlist. Maybe I have it to like an actual... Let me look at it real quick, because I looked it up specifically to save it, and I don't remember what it's called. So where would it be? It would be playlists. Where is it? Where did I put it? I think I just put it into my music tab, right? I don't know. Here, I'll go ahead and mute this just in case something actually comes up. Where did I save it? Because it's not showing like the latest one. It's showing the first one that I saved in playlists. So I don't remember where I put it. Oh, yeah, I guess, would it be here? No, this is not it. Man, it was another bluesy song, but it was a lady singing it. It was like this 6-minute song. It was a really long song. But it was a really good song too.
And it was blues?
It was bluesy, yeah. It was on that channel. Man, what was it? Ah, it was a good song.
It wasn't Patsy Cline, was it?
No, I don't believe it was. It was two people. It was a lady that was singing, but it was credited to a lady and a guy.
It was blues. Was it Alison Krauss doing a duet?
I don't think so. It was something like it wasn't "I'll Take Care of You," but it was something along those lines.
You're gonna have to help me on that one.
It wasn't Beth Hart. No, or was it? No, it wasn't. Or was it? No, yes, it was. Yeah, Joe Bonamassa and Beth Hart. I'll Take Care of You. It was that song.
Okay, yeah. Yep. There you go.
It says I saved it to music, but I could not find it. But yes, yeah, that's a good one.
Yes.
That's another one where I was sitting there listening to it. It was like, okay.
Like, holy crap! Why haven't I heard this before?
Where have you been?
Right. Yep.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of fun about putting stuff on shuffle is that, and I bought so many compilation albums recently just because, and movie soundtrack CDs, because you recognize, let's say 3 or 4 songs on a movie soundtrack, right? As the movie is playing, and then you find out, oh, there's like 20 songs if you sit and watch through all the credits, but who sits there and watches all the credits?
Not a lot of people.
Typically not everybody. So when you get the soundtrack album, of course, then all those are on there. But just the stroll down memory lane, being reminded of different groups that aren't necessarily around anymore. The people very well could be. It's just the band's no longer together, kind of deal.
Like they disband or.
Right. So, yeah, groups from your youth that you've forgotten about, or just groups that you've just not been exposed to before. And we actually got into a conversation about. I forget what the term is, but basically when you're using certain music applications, it tracks what you listen to, and then
It's like scroggling.
scroggling, something like that. But basically, it tracks what songs you listen to the most, and then that's the type of music that it recommends that you listen to. And the danger of that is that you end up essentially creating an echo chamber where you're just going to be listening to the exact same type of music, just by different groups. So as controversial as this may be, in the 90s, 2000s, there was a bunch of boy bands that came out. You had NSYNC and you had the Backstreet Boys, and those are the first two that come to mind, and 98 Degrees. And their music was so very similar, and I know that's the part that somebody on the internet's going to freak out and say, "How could you say blah 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 blah?" But
I don't know. I
think
think
they were intentionally made to sound like each other, because that's what was popular. That's what was selling. So when you turn on this scroggling or whatever it's called, you end up with everything sounding the same.
You get into a loop of NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees,
exactly,
and along those lines.
It turns into this echo chamber where you're never exposed to anything new. It's all the same stuff over and over and over again. And it's just, replace this person with that person, and it sounds the same. And that's unfortunate. Getting these compilation albums also kind of combats against that, because you have no idea what you're going to get. Yeah, I'm glad that the shuffling has shuffled you.
Yeah, well, and we have scroggling off so that it doesn't lock me into a loop. The specific software that we're using.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the algorithm can work to your detriment in terms of musical exploration.
Yep.
There's a lot of rocks here. I'm gonna have a lot of stone when this is done.
Yeah, because we were listening to a streaming service in the rental vehicle that we were using. They just started playing the same songs over and over and over again on the particular streaming channels that we were on, and so it was, after about, well, you listen to 2 songs and you get 3 ads, then you listen to 2 more songs and you get 4 ads, and then it just. So you switch a channel, and so you get another 2 songs and then 3 ads, so on and so forth. But regardless of the ad aspect, it's just you end up hearing the same songs over and over and over again. And when it's okay if you're in the car for 15 minutes, and then you hop out, and then hop back in, and now you're somewhere else in the loop. But when it's about every 30 minutes and it cycles back to the beginning of the list again, you're like, okay, didn't we just listen to that a half hour ago? Yeah, I don't like that, which that's part of the squabbling aspect, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I don't know, I'd say I've made some progress. What do you think?
I think you need to keep digging.
Actually, I think I need to go home right now.
Yeah, your inventory is actually full, isn't it? Or at least your carry weight.
Yeah, my carry weight's full.
Carry weight has been met.
There's stuff over here. I will mark that there's stuff over here. There's even more of this that I missed the first time. I'll be back.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I know. Can't help it sometimes. And if I've got the wisp, it means I can only carry so much. Ah, good old birch beer. See, I'm not a soda elitist. I'm okay with drinking my soda
at room temperature.
At room temperature. Yep. I'm a normal person about soda.
I see.
Yeah, it's true. I am. I have my favorites like everyone else, but I'm not going to be like, I'll only drink the soda if it's at 36 degrees.
I hear your words.
Yeah, I know, and it does change the flavor, I will say that, but I have to get you on it a little bit.
It changes the experience.
I gotta get you on it a little bit, because it is kind of funny.
Yep.
But you just like really cold liquid in general. You like your sealing water.
Yeah, that's been one of the things that's changed over the last few years. Is I either like really hot or I like really cold. I don't like in between.
This is true.
Yep. Except for coffee, I'll drink that at any temperature.
Yeah, well, coffee is special. I gotta get some lamps in this room. It is dark. I don't know, now that I'm stretching and enjoying the fact that we're not cooped up in a car, another thing that we don't have to worry about because we're not on the road is sleeping behind the wheel.
Yep.
It only happened, what, once?
It's the one time, yeah.
Yeah.
At the very, very end,
Yeah.
I allowed myself to get too tired.
Yeah, well, because we were trying to drive straight through.
Yep.
On the way up, we ended up stopping.
Oh, yeah.
Just because, well, on the way back, I should say.
It was on the way down, and we were the leg that we were on was 10 hours long, and we got a late start. So I had already put in, half a day's worth of work, so to speak, before we got on the road. And it was during the last hour that I got a little dozy behind the wheel, and it was crap.
What happened was, the way Dad described it, he looked over at the GPS to look where he needed to turn, and it was like he blinked as he was looking at the GPS, and just like his eyes didn't open again.
Yep. Yeah, I lost
consciousness.
I lost a couple of seconds there.
Yeah, I had to scare him back awake. And then it was, okay, we're gonna just stream of consciousness babble for the next hour.
Yep.
That's what it takes sometimes. But it ended up working out, and it didn't happen again.
Correct.
We took precautions. But apparently my grandpa used to do that all the time.
Oh yeah, he did micro sleeps all the time. So yeah, he lost his driving privileges. Now he could still legally drive.
Yeah, and he still did every now and then, but it was not
a lot
short
of
distances.
Yes, a lot of other people drove for him. Volunteered to drive and stuff like that, so he wasn't required to be the driver.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you said, he still could drive if he wanted to or needed to. It wasn't like he lost his license, but it was a situation where you kind of had to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
More flatland. Okay, so these are taken care of. Now, I am familiar with micro-sleeping. Hello. I'm familiar with micro-sleeping because I used to do it in school. Actually, the year that I graduated, I was talking to one of my teachers, whose class I ended up having in the morning, so there were times when I would conk out during her class. But, I turned in my work, and, I did what I was supposed to, so she didn't mind it so much. But, she said that her favorite part of having me in class was watching my head bob as I tried to stay awake. That is so embarrassing. She thought it was funny. I'm like, oh, man. I mean, I'm glad you weren't upset about it, but, man. Oh, no. I had another teacher that thought I was just lazy and sleeping in her class like that, but this teacher was just like, no, I kind of thought it was funny. I was like, oh.
So the other one that just thought you were lazy, was she the English teacher?
They were both English teachers, but yes, the specific one that you're thinking of, yes, she was the one that thought I was lazy.
Okay.
But the other one that I had thought it was funny. I was like, oh, I'm glad you were amused. That was, it wasn't that, yeah, I liked your thoughts on, when you had to, explain how you felt about the things we were reading. I enjoyed reading your thoughts. It was watching you struggle to stay awake. That was my favorite part. It's like, okay, cool. Not for any meaningful reasons, just, I was, what is it? I was comedy relief. That was me. One of my friends was sitting right there, and she agreed that it was funny, and I'm like, oh no! But yeah, one of the classes that I had with the teacher that thought I was lazy, what would happen was we would be, we were assigned Chromebooks, right? It's not the kind you take home, it's they have them in carts, and then at the end of class you put them back in the cart. But we would be typing, and then I would lose 2 or 3 seconds, and then I'd wake up and I'd have typed gibberish. So I would have to go back and erase it all, and I'd go back to try to write again, and it was just enough time to pass that I would fall asleep again. So it got really hard to complete some of my assignments. I still did them, I made sure to finish them, but there was an added layer of difficulty because I kept falling asleep. Oh. So I am familiar with the micro-sleeping. And that's just the level of fatigue I was working with. I don't know, I guess it just, in high school, I didn't really sleep so well. I didn't really run into it in middle school. It was mostly high school with the micro-sleeping. I can't really explain why I was having so much more difficulty, just that I was. I mean, I guess, like, harder classes, maybe, like, stress. But yeah, just, you know. I was just a sleepy fella in high school. So yes, as much as I poke you about the micro-sleeping, yeah. I get it. The level of fatigue, and you can't control it. The only thing for it is to sleep. But if you're in a situation where you end up micro-sleeping, you're probably not in a position to be sleeping at that time.
Correct. You're attempting to not sleep for whatever reason.
Yeah. And it's this fun game of how much can I get done before I pass out again. Not recommended. Try to, you know, if you can, get your sleep, right? Okay. I really chewed up like half this guy's face. I really am. Sorry, man. I wasn't trying to do that. It's just, your head was just stuck in a rock.
Just your head was misshapen. You know. You're just a lumpy head.
Yeah. Lumpy head.
Yeah. I'm not saying, but I'm saying you got a lumpy head.
Are you making a joke, or are you saying
No.
for real I've got a lumpy head?
And
Oh, he's got a lumpy head.
yeah,
Yes, he does.
Yeah, you're over here apologizing to the
Jotun.
Jotun skull, and I'm,
You're like,
you
his
know,
head is
trying to
weird.
play along, and all of a sudden you start taking it personal. It's like, oh, hey, hold up.
I wasn't sure. Because I was going to say, I do kind of have a lumpy head.
Oh, jeez.
No, I mean, I've got like 2 bumps on my head. Like, there's one like here. It's like 2 raised bumps.
Yes, well, it's right where we had to file the horns off when you were baby.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Now we joke about streamer. But weird position for horns, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, the Jotuns do have some lumpy heads.
They have very primate-shaped skulls.
Yeah.
Yes.
And their brains are so wonderful for refining. Let's see, is there any more under here? Yeah, it looks like it. More petrified bone. Yeah, so we have to keep... I wouldn't say that this is brain surgery, necessarily.
Ah.
I don't know what I would call this besides,
Petrified brain surgery?
I'm being not so nice to bones. Whatever that's called. We don't even have a bone saw. Imagine if they gave you a special tool to take care of the Jotun skeletons and it was just a giant bone saw. Wouldn't that be creepy? And just slightly off-putting. Just you talk to the Dwergar and they're like, oh yeah, here's what we've been using to grab all that soft tissue. Here, you can try it out for yourself. And it's just straight up a bone saw. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess there's no mystery as to where, what you're dealing with here.
What you're doing with this.
Yeah.
It's like, I wish I could have had a little mystery.
Mm.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
Sometimes ignorance is bliss. Yeah.
That would really be interesting if that was their, like, take on it. It was just to be very open about what they were doing. Yep, we cut into their skulls and we take their brains. It's like, No, it has to imply it. So you still get the, but at least they're not, like, loud and proud about it. I don't know that I would call the Dwergar secretive, though. It's just that you're not really talking about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They don't really talk about what they're doing, but you look around at all the stuff that they have, and it gets pretty obvious what they're up to. They're not trying to hide it, but they're not, like, yelling about it. They're just minding their business.
They're not advertising it either.
Yeah. They're minding their business.
Well, it's a non-issue for him.
Yeah.
It's normal life. I mean, so do you go around saying, "Oh yeah, hey, I'm over here, going to the bathroom. Hey everybody, I'm going to the bathroom over here." It's just
Hey, I'm
whatever.
pooping over here.
What you doing? I'm pooping.
What is that from?
It's your sister.
What?
We were trying to find out where your sister was at one point in time. She was in the bathroom, and kept knocking on the door, going, "What are you doing in there? What are you doing in there?" And just kind of harassing her. And she goes, "I'm pooping."
Oh god. What? It's been so long that I thought it was a movie thing.
No. I'm pooping.
You say no so indignantly.
That used to be one of your favorite stories.
Yeah, well, it's been replaced by a canoe. What can I
That's
say?
true. But it is actually the same sister, so there you go.
Yes. Yes, it
So
is.
how appropriate.
Oh man, she's a barrel of laughs.
Yep.
Hey, E-Critter. Not much going on over here besides just babbling. We just got back from a lot of traveling, and so we are TIRED, all caps. And I'm destroying a Jotun skull.
T-I double G-erd?
Double G? No, there's not two G's.
We're tiggered?
No,
Are
it's
we
not.
tiggered?
No. Do you see tiger stripes on me? Do you see a springy tail coming from my posterior?
Dude, I don't know. You keep saying what do you keep saying? Something like Hobbs.
Oh, you're Riot Hobbs.
You're right, Hobbs. Yeah, so you're calling me a tiger all this other time.
That's the wrong tiger. That's Hobbs from the hit comic Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin and Hobbes, not.
That's not
Winnie
Tigger
the Pooh.
from Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, okay.
You know this. You're being
I'm
silly.
very much aware. Since I'm the one that exposed you to both of them.
What is a thermosy? A plural of thermos with a smiley face. Thank you, Ron. Welcome back. Yeah, it's good to be back. I'm making the assumption that Wednesday is gonna be closer to normal. I'm thinking we'll end stream earlier tonight just because fatigue. But I mean, we're kind of blown past 10 o'clock.
We're kind of grooving right now.
We'll see how things go because we still have an hour and a half. We might reach 11 o'clock and be like, ugh.
And you still have more than half a bottle of birch beer, so.
I didn't start sipping on it at the beginning of stream. It was like 10 o'clock. Not 10 o'clock. It was like 9 o'clock that you were like,
You still have a considerable amount of liquid over there. Did you see? This is what else?
I did not get to see that.
So.
He's a magnifying glass.
Part of the travels. Was going to visit my mother, and she gave me a magnifying glass that my dad had, and he didn't actually use it, but it was from his favorite store, Menards. And so in classic Menards fashion, it's not just a standard magnifying glass. It of course has to have the little micro screwdriver set in the handle. You see this?
Oh, yes.
So it has all the small screwdriver bits.
In the base there, too.
In the handle of a magnifying glass. I was like, okay, yeah, that screams my dad.
That's very Grandpa.
It's very much Grandpa. It's also very much me. I mean, I have.
Oh, yeah?
I have the multi-tool that I wore on my hip for how many years?
You still have it, you just don't wear it
with the
anymore.
little micro screwdriver set that came along with it, and plus the quote-unquote band bag from marching band days where I had a whole lot of stuff in there.
This is true.
And same thing with my computer bag when we go on the road somewhere and I have to bring my computer with me, and it's essentially my office in a bag. Yeah, but. So, I come by it naturally, I guess. But yeah, just this is the official magnifier here.
Let me see.
Yep.
Yeah, you mentioned it earlier because you wanted me to find it. I just could not find it.
Yep.
Where did it end up being?
It was in my suitcase, actually.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah, it was in my suitcase, not in the duffel like I thought it was. It was in the actual suitcase.
Well, then, the mystery has been solved.
Yep. But yeah, it just screams my dad to me. So that's a good thing.
You know what that reminds me of? The whole, you come by it naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Fashion sense.
Or lack thereof.
Well, I just say that because it reminded me of one of my friends that used to be in band and like left. They'd seen you often enough, like they knew what. Oh, hi. They knew what you looked like. I mean, they knew who you were, of course. But oh, hello, hair. No, you can approach. That's okay. If you want to like get closer to the sword, you more than will. You can. No, it's okay. He's gone. But anyway, I was told by this person.
Oh, I know.
I was told by this person that I dress like you.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what? Without giving away your name, you look like a mini dad. I was like, I do. And they were like, yeah, you've got the t-shirt and then the flannel over it, and then you have the blue jeans.
The blue jeans or the cargo shorts.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you got a multi-tool on your hip.
Yep. And I think you're rocking the watch at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
And I had the glasses and the hat.
Yep.
So they were like, you look like a mini version of your dad. I'm like, oh.
Yep.
Oh. Okay. Oh, man, I was such a strange individual. I say was as if that's changed.
Okay, so now I remember her name. I'm not.
Yeah.
Hey, it was blah blah, but yeah.
How dare you? You just doxed blah blah.
It was MK. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, yeah, just the whole you come by it naturally thing. I guess I just come by looking like a nerd naturally, but I don't know if I would call you a nerd.
Or an old guy.
Well, I don't know. Well, now maybe, but back then not so much.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I would say I guess like middle-aged. I had the fashion sense of a middle-aged man.
Sure.
The reason I make the comments I do about that is just because for my school being in band, especially I was in drumline, so for us being in drumline was like, oh, you're super cool, right? And like one of the guys that was in drumline, he was there before me, and so he graduated while I was still in school, but he was like one of the most popular kids in school. He was in drumline. And so he had it was like a fan club of people that would come to the football games just to watch him play. Yep. And he was really good too. It wasn't just that he was popular that people came to watch. Part of why he was popular is because he was so good.
Yep.
And then you cut to my grade within the drum line, where we're just a bunch of herbs, we're just
a bunch of herbs.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just a bunch of normal kids. We didn't have any star power. It was just, yeah, that's.
That was an interesting descriptor there. We're just a bunch of herbs.
Well,
like what kind of herb?
Rosemary. No, but I heard it from a YouTuber. He said it was a Jersey term. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, because hearing it on the internet, you don't know if that's true. But it just sounded funny. It's like, what a bunch of herbs. That's funny. But yeah, we were just kind of a bunch of normal, not popular, not unpopular kids. Kind of, at least in comparison to him, a little lackluster. So it's just kind of funny to think about that change. Now I kind of had my own following, but it was the parents.
Well, you kind of had your own following because of. Yes, it was on the parent side, but certain people were taking a situation and applying their idea of social justice. Not social justice, but well, yeah. I mean, it's just social agenda.
Agenda.
They had their own social agenda.
One of the parents was very big on girl power.
Very much.
Boys,
very
state,
much.
girls rule, that kind of thing. It's like, I don't know how extreme she went with it.
She got interesting. She got really interesting with
As
it.
a guy, just interesting to talk to her.
As a guy, it was interesting for her to be having those conversations, and then 2 minutes later, be coming on to you. So it's just it's
I didn't know that about her.
yes, and regardless of what her situation was and my situation was,
It was just kind of weird.
It was very much the whole, women are great, men are horrible, blah, 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 blah. Oh, by the way, you're a guy.
By the way, you're hot.
Do you want to hook up? Yeah, it was like, yeah.
Mixed messages over here.
Very, very much words don't match the deeds.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, she was a character.
she was interesting.
But yeah, she was like my biggest fan.
Yeah.
It was kind of the support was nice, but it also felt a little strange
It was like, yeah, she was interesting.
because it was like
Yep. Well, and so she had a couple of daughters. And
I say because I wasn't the best drummer either. I think that there was at least
you were above average.
but I was not the best. I wasn't the best in the drum line either.
You were not at the same level as the guy you were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
who was a
I mean,
mentor.
if you really wanted-
to be honest, he was at one level and you were a level below, but that's okay. He was dedicated to it at a level that you were not.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it was really cool. Just like drumming was like his life.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
really cool.
he told everybody that they had to watch the movie Drumline.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And like 5 times a summer or something as their homework.
Yes.
you know,
Oh, I
so it's-
remember that.
Yeah,
I liked that movie, but I forgot about that. Yeah, because when I was first joining the marching drum line, I was marching cymbals, and he's like, "Okay, in the movie, they flip the cymbals around on their wrists. We need to teach you how to do that." Meanwhile, I'm in 7th grade. I'm like, I don't know if that's it. I don't know if I have the skills.
right.
Oh, it was funny. But no, I'm talking about a different guy that was in my grade, and he was a much better drummer than I was. But
He could have been a much better drummer if he practiced.
he
if
had
he
priorities.
showed up.
He had priorities.
If-
We're not talking about that though. I'm just saying that he was a better drummer than me, but this
he had-
parent would only give me
Yes.
attention. It's
Correct.
like I mean, if you really want a good he's right over there. If you want a good drummer, he's right there.
Right. However, he almost never showed up. Right. And when he was there, because he was no longer as dedicated as he was prior, he was slipping. He was losing his skill.
We're
Just because he wasn't playing.
cutting into the conversation a bit. We're getting into the point in the rock where it's getting too deep for me to actually push further. So we've actually, because of where the skull spawned, lost out on some of the soft tissue.
Unfortunate, but
That
is
happens.
what it is.
But yeah, it was mostly this one parent. But I mean, I know there were some kids that kind of thought I was cool. But for the most part, for most people
She was, yeah, you were cool. She was a fanatic about how cool you were.
it was just strange. Mostly, I felt it was strange at the time just because she was a parent. But anyway, for most kids in my grade that were not in band, I was not remarkable in any way. So it was just kind of, it was funny going back a bit. Funny change going from the generation before us, where like the guy was popular outside a band and in the band, and then you cut to my group, and we're just kind of like, yeah, people in band like us, but we're really just kind of whatevers. That's all I meant. I didn't mean to go into all that big tangent, but...
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, are you gonna blame me for this?
Only.
No, it floats too! Okay, so the petrified bone and the copper, they float. When you destroy everything underneath them, they just support themselves. I guess I don't need to destroy any more of this bone, but... Oh, jeez. Sorry. Some of the marble fell below me. Startled me. Guess I don't need to destroy his face, but... It's been a while since I've actually collected black marble, so... Nah, I'll just leave the rest the way it is. Okay, are there any other sparklies that we need to pick up? Or are we good now? He has no more eyes. He cannot see. Okay, no, okay, that's more stone. Alright, anyway. We're gonna bring this back to the house. And then I guess we're gonna keep exploring.
No.
No?
No.
What are you knowing over there?
Well, I'm glad I grabbed the whole thing.
Hmm.
There's 5 discs to this set.
Yeah.
And 2 of the 5, I thought it was only 1. I loaded in the wrong format.
Oh no!
So I need to reload 2 discs instead of 1. So I may as well just start over.
Rookie
Do
mistake.
the whole thing.
Rookie mistake. That's alright. One day you'll be as good as I am.
Yeah, something like that.
Obviously joking. I've never done
I'm just
never done that before.
I am annoyed with myself.
No, it's okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I get why you'd be frustrated by that. Did I show this off? I think I did. Oh yeah, we were talking on the trip about all the things that we would do to, you know, expand home base. Like, yeah, we're gonna build back this way and maybe do like an expansion over here and all of this stuff. And we get over here and it's like,
yeah, what do you want to do? I don't know.
I'm just there's like drool coming out of my mouth and I'm like just falling asleep at my chair. What? Oh, the plan is, there is no plan. It's like, that's not a viable, stream plan. You gotta do something. Yes. Oh man. I mean, it's not so bad today, obviously, but, oh man, yesterday I was exhausted. That level of exhaustion is, I haven't reached that in a long time. No, come back. It's not what I meant to do. I'm almost out of bread. That'll be okay. But yeah, it's just, on the way down, there was a point where I was trying to stay awake, but I literally just could not stay awake. I kept falling asleep and waking up and falling asleep and waking up. And one time, my head was leaned in such a way that Dad woke me up to, to save my neck.
You were going to be broken if you stayed in that position for any length of time.
Oh man. My neck is sore, I can tell you that. It is definitely not feeling so great. Go ahead and cut that up. Take that too. There's another ancient root. That's a downside of sleeping in a vehicle. Oh good, that's not water. That's water though. Yeah. More wood. Oh. Oh man, I can't go over there.
Disc 1 is good. Disc 2 is good. Disc 3 is crap.
Disc 3 is crap, but it worked so hard.
And I believe Disc 4 is good. I'll find that out later. But I'm just gonna fix Disc 3. Then I'm looking for it.
You like how I mentioned at the beginning of stream that I wasn't going to explore the Mistlands?
And here you are running around the Mistlands.
Yeah, because it ended up being fine.
Yeah.
Granted, I haven't run into any y'alls, so...
Yeah, actually, you did.
One y'all.
Yep, because they were fighting and you,
Whoa!
you joined in.
Yo, I got free hair. Over here. This is true. I had ample warning for that, though. Because I saw all of the...
You had two Dwargark were
already fighting it, yeah.
already fighting, so, yeah.
Get it! Get the hair! Get the hair! I'm just waiting for them to, like, kill this hair so I can take it. Get him! Get him!
You're gonna steal somebody else's hair like a snatching somebody's toupee right off the top of their head? And there's a Desquito that was right behind you.
Yeah, there's...
Several.
They were both initially chasing this hair. Now one of them is chasing me, but the other one is still chasing the hair. Where'd you go? Come back!
They've probably given up on the hair, now they're just chasing.
No, I know one of them has. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. I'll have to mark this zone. Oh, did you get the hair? Did you get it? Ow. Did you get the hair?
What?
I don't see the hair. You must have lost it. Is that it? No, it's a skeleton. Oh, it got a deer. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and kill them now. Is that a dungeon? That's a dungeon!
Yay! We like dungeons.
Oh, got him on the way out. Alright. Get dungeoned. Alright. Okay, I gotta make a thing back. That's what I wanted. Okay. That, and then I think I left another bone over here. I think so. Okay, I'll just have to remember that right next to that dungeon is where I have my portal. I'm gonna come back over here. Hello? Ah! No! Come back! Got him.
Nice.
Oh, they did get him! Yeah, he's right here! Oh! Free hair for me!
Toupee.
There we go. Did I mark that berry zone? I think I did. I think it's over here. But I didn't finish picking it. Because I got distracted. I think one y'all counts as a y'all. Yeah. I was just... My comment earlier was just saying that I'm not really, like, paying attention. I don't have the headphones on. Hey, excuse you. So I can't tell when anything is coming up. Like that. Quit it. Okay, so berry zone. Another berry zone. Okay, two really close together. How much room do I have? Oh, I've still got plenty of room. I have plenty of room.
Plenty of room.
Plenty of room. Oh, I have plenty of time. You spilling things over there.
Yep. Wasn't trying to, but there it is.
I'm here for y'all. Well, maybe we'll run into another y'all. Here we go. Was this the berry zone I marked, or was that another berry zone? I think this is another berry zone. And a draining. Wow, this is a whole, like... This has been a pretty interesting landmass here.
Yes, especially since you weren't going to do anything on it.
Well, I was hoping to just kind of, like, skip over the Mistlands, and now I'm in the Mistlands, so, I mean, what can I say, except this wasn't planned.
Wasn't planned, but you're doing very well with it, so there you go.
Doing decently.
I'm just harassing you on.
I know,
I'm not
you're so
doing that, and then
you're so good at harassing me and being so mean.
I'm not being mean.
You're being so mean to me.
I'm not being mean.
I know you're not.
You're doing very well there. But you're saying I'm not going to do it, and then here you are. So it's.
Yeah, get him! Get him! Get him!
Are they going after another hare?
Yeah, there's 2 hares over there. Oh no! Don't look at me! Don't look at me! No! Nah, he's looking at me now. No, go after the hare. There are a couple hares over here. Look, he's climbing up the mountain. Go get him. Nah, he's gonna be focused on me because I'm slower. Oh well.
Oh, interesting.
What are you doing?
It's going over this kit.
Oh, is that a new kit or is that an old kit?
It's a new to me kit.
No, I destroyed part of the berries. I didn't mean to.
It's just the way that this thing operates is kind of cool.
More multi-purpose items. Is that what I'm hearing?
No.
Okay, yet another berry zone. I'm gonna go ahead and turn around to that portal. Maybe we'll see the hares again. Probably not. Oh, hey! But I didn't see this my first time around. Copper. Yabulous. Huh?
Let's just shoot it right off the front of the thing. Yeah.
What? Shooting what?
Nothing.
Uh-oh.
Nothing happened.
You better not be shooting
Nothing
things
to see
in here.
Nothing to see here.
That is another... Whoa! Hi, 2-star. Hey! Tiki, come here. No, you can come over here. No, so I can grab your stuff easily. Come here. Come here. There we go. Thank you. Not every day you see a 2-star of those guys. Yeah, I actually found a video of someone that was working on Valheim and actually like made the sound for the yalls. He sounds like a foghorn, but he didn't use horns at all when making it. So that was interesting. It's just one of the noises is a seal noise, actually. But yeah, no instruments were used to make the yawl noise. Let's see, what needs to happen? I need to put this here. I'm starting to forget where I'm putting things.
Over there.
Thank you.
In the thing.
Uh-huh.
With that other thing.
Yep. You know what? One step ahead of you. Alright, nope, you don't go here. Alright. Needle go here. Huh. My motor functions. Alright. We'll just push through here. I think no, there weren't any things I was missing. No, yeah, there is. I know what I'm missing. I'll run through and grab it real quick. Many rock, many eye. I think what I would like to do, I'm gonna go ahead and go through the portal, drop off all this stuff, and then come back, clear out the dungeon. And I think I'm gonna send a raid off. I think that's my plan. We've already kind of gone over the halfway mark. And that's fine, but it was really more how long could I last. But we are approaching the point. So like I said, I'm gonna drop these things off. We're gonna go clear out that dungeon, and then I will send you folks on a raid. Who knows? Jamie might still be streaming. Or actually, no. I could look. I mean, it doesn't matter right now, but. I don't like the, by the way, I don't like the new, it's not exactly new anymore, but the most recent change to how the app works for Twitch makes it harder to actually look around for people. Oh, we're out of coal. Well, guess what? There is more coal. Jamie's not streaming? Oh, okay. That's alright, there are other people. Oh, Twitch has a... You know how Spotify Wrapped has kind of spawned other, like, recaps? Yearly recaps? Twitch has one too. And, in my Twitch recap, it said I rated Office Drummer, I think, 36 times. And meanwhile, I'm sitting here going, only 36?
Right.
Well, it's because I've been, you know, rating other folks like Lady Teddy as well. So it was kind of split between 3. All right, Skellies, you're on my list. Hi.
And you know how many I've rated?
0. Because you don't stream.
There you go.
Do you think you would ever stream one day?
You know, maybe. I don't know how do I want to say this? Without sounding like I'm getting down on myself, because that's not what I'm trying to do. But I don't know how interesting people would find me outside of this. I mean, you know, because you're playing this type of game. One, I'm not sure what I would stream.
Missed.
And 2, I don't know that I could do it on my own. If that makes sense, what I'm saying. That I'm interesting enough on my own. I would probably have to have somebody in with me all the time, where you are a successful streamer regardless if I'm here or not.
Is that so?
In my opinion, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Very much so. So, but me on the other hand, I find myself pretty boring.
You just gotta find an audience.
So yeah.
It's all a matter of finding an audience.
And I hear the words that you were speaking to me. I find myself kind of boring.
I will say it is easier to stream with other people, just because you can, the conversation, you know, you can carry the conversation together and you can bounce off each other, and so it's easier in that regard.
Okay.
Did I pick everything up? No, I'm missing something. A singular dandelion.
So Ron says streaming is hard.
Streaming is hard. It is hard. There's things you gotta worry about.
Yep.
You gotta worry about how engaging you are. You know, you got to worry about what's popular if you want to follow the trends.
And for the most part, that's a no. I'm not. Well, so like this conversation that we had on this trip of, you're playing a couple zombie games, whatever, and I'm like, zombie games just aren't my thing, and unfortunately, zombie games are popular, and it's just not my thing. So it's like, yeah, you're. I'm not going to be mainstream if I ever was a streamer.
I'm not mainstream either.
Again, we can agree to disagree. You're much more mainstream than I am.
Okay, you describe what you mean by mainstream.
You're much more in touch with what's popular and what's not. Where I'm just not there.
I'll give you that one. I know what's popular. I just choose not to play it. Plus, trying to stay with all the trends gets expensive, especially if it's like there's like a bunch of big games coming out. And, like, they're going to be super popular, but all the games cost, like, $60 a pop. Right. That gets expensive.
Yep, that it does.
I mean, props to the folks that can keep up with it, but I'm not one of those people. I can't afford to drop $60 every week. But, yeah, I mean, there's a lot that goes into streaming. And it's also a learning curve. I'm still learning things. But yeah, one thing I can say, it's fun, and it's easier and more fun when you're working with someone. Alright, well, we have reached the time. Like I said, I think Wednesday is going to be normal schedule. I will have to let you folks know on the day. We made it further than I thought we would, so that's a big yay. Let me see where I paused it, correct? I did pause it. Okay, cool. Let me see where we can raid this evening. We don't really have any more plans coming up in the near future that I'm aware of. Like the next couple weeks. I think it's just we're going to go back to regular schedule. It's going to be more Valheim. One of these days we're probably... I don't want to say probably. One of these days I would like to fight the Queen. We're not there yet, but I would like to. So, I mean, yeah. Look forward to that, hopefully, mayhaps, perchance. I don't know. Any updates on your end?
Really? Not right now, no. I've got nothing in the next few weeks.
We got something in January, but that's it.
Something in January. I don't know how much that's going to affect you or not.
Yeah.
If I'm able to swing one aspect of it, you lose a day maybe, but it won't be like this.
No, it won't be like a week.
No, it's not a week long. It shouldn't be a week long. It should be like a day thing. Yeah, and it's we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll see. Don't you have all the Mistland gear fully upgraded? No, I don't actually. There are still upgrades to the Black Forge that I have not gotten yet. Let me look. I don't even have the recipe to make the things, because I believe there's at least 3 levels to this thing, but I've only unlocked one of these. We got the Black Forge cooler and that's it. Like, let me look here. So, like, this is for the Galder table. That's also for the Galder table. Let me look. Keep going through here. Forge. Smelter blast furnace, Ada refinery, forge. That's a Black Forge improvement. Workbench, crafting station, cauldron, crafting station. Yeah, I mean, we've only got one forge upgrade. If you haven't unlocked the recipes, that means they're post-Mistlands. Oh, you're probably right now that you say that. Oh, man. Here I was focused on, well, maybe I haven't found something yet. I probably haven't found it because it's not in Mistlands. Okay, I guess we are ready.
Well, we were talking about there's a specific boat
I probably won't.
That's for the ashlands, so that it won't take as much fire damage or whatever.
I probably won't get that until I defeat the queen. That might be one of the items that drops to. You don't need to. I don't want. If you look it up, I don't want to know.
And see, part of me is like, well, I remember one aspect of it, and I want to say, where do you get it? But that's a spoiler in and of itself.
Yeah. He looked ahead a little bit.
Well, just to look at what boat you needed.
Unless there's material in the Mistlands you haven't found. I think the only stuff that I was struggling with finding was like the sap extractor from the Dwergar, and that's because I wasn't fighting the Dwergar. Maybe I just need to fight more Dwergar. I don't know. But I guess if that's it, then oh man.
Maybe it's time to go south.
Okay. Well, that's fun. Anyway, like plans-wise, really nothing coming up for the rest of December. Okay, so with that, where can we go this evening? Where are we going? That is not scrolling for some reason. There we go. Oh, hey, we can go back to Office Drummer, who is currently
W-thon?
streaming it. I don't know if that's a green screen or not. It looks like he's outside.
He's outside.
Oh my gosh.
He brought his he set up his clear drum set outside.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, we'll go there. Yeah. They're counting down to something. Drumathon, Drubuthon, W Drummer, Drumello, IRL Drum Stream. I have no idea why he's outside. It's probably like reaching a goal of some sort.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, well, you are all loaded into the cannon. Hope you all enjoyed tonight's stream, and we will see you folks next time.
Okie doke. Have a good one.
Bye, everyone. Oh, now we have an answer. The countdown increases with donations or subs or whatnot. It's till the Drumathon ends. Ah. Mystery solved. Till next time.